A room without books is like a body without a soul. If you have a garden and a library, you have everything you need. The life of the dead is placed in the memory of the living. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others. Times are bad. Children no longer obey their parents, and everyone is writing a book. The more laws, the less justice. 6 mistakes mankind keeps making century after century, believing that personal gain is made by crushing others, worrying about things that cannot be changed or corrected, insisting that a thing is impossible because we cannot accomplish it, refusing to set aside trivial preferences, neglecting development and refinement of the mind, attempting to compel others to believe and live as we do. Friendship improves happiness and abates misery by doubling our joys and dividing our grief. While there's life, there's hope. A happy life consists in tranquility of mind. Silence is one of the great arts of conversation. Freedom is a possession of inestimable value. Not to know what happened before you were born is to be forever a child. Our span of life is brief, but is long enough for us to live well and honestly. The life given us, by nature, is short, but the memory of a well-spent life is eternal. To be content with what we possess is the greatest and most secure of riches. The authority of those who teach is often an obstacle to those who want to learn. In times of war, the law falls silent. Patience is the companion of wisdom. Nobody can give you wiser advice than yourself. The greater the difficulty, the greater the glory. An unjust peace is better than a just war. True nobility is exempt from fear. The function of wisdom is to discriminate between good and evil. The shifts of fortune test the reliability of friends. The more one judges, the less one loves. What then is freedom? The power to live as one wishes. We are all motivated by a keen desire for praise, and the better a man is, the more he is inspired to glory. The wise are instructed by reason, average minds by experience, the stupid by necessity, and the brute by instinct. Hatred is inveterate anger. Endless money forms the sinews of war. He only employs his passion who can make no use of his reason. To know nothing is the happiest life. It is a great thing to know our vices. Even the most just man cannot live without a friend. A friend is, as it were, a second self. Time destroys the speculation of men, but it confirms nature. The good of the people is the greatest law. Glory follows virtue, as if it were its shadow. The face is a picture of the mind, with the eyes as its interpreter. Art is born of the observation and investigation of nature. The higher we are placed, the more humbly we should walk. Any man can make mistakes, but only an idiot persists in his error. Live as brave men, and if fortune is adverse, front its blows with brave hearts. The enemy is within the gates. It is with our own luxury, our own folly, our own criminality that we have to contend. It is the peculiar quality of a fool to perceive the faults of others and to forget his own. Love is the attempt to form a friendship inspired by beauty. The safety of the people shall be the highest law. Nothing is more noble nothing more venerable than fidelity. Faithfulness and truth are the most sacred excellences and endowments of the human mind. It is not by muscle, speed, or physical dexterity that great things are achieved, but by reflection, force of character, and judgment. I prefer tongue-tied knowledge to ignorant loquacity. Brevity is a great charm of eloquence. The greatest pleasures are only narrowly separated from disgust. Death is not natural for a state as it is for a human being, for whom death is not only necessary, but frequently even desirable. Peace is liberty in tranquility. Memory is the treasury and guardian of all things. Not cohabitation, but consensus constitutes marriage. A man of courage is also full of faith. Let us not listen to those who think we ought to be angry with our enemies, and who believe this to be great and manly. Nothing is so praiseworthy, nothing so clearly shows a great and noble soul as clemency and readiness to forgive. The harvest of old age is the recollection and abundance of blessing previously secured. Nothing is more unreliable than the populace, nothing more obscure than human intentions, nothing more deceptive than the whole electoral system. Nothing is so unbelievable that oratory cannot make it acceptable. Whatever you do, do with all your might. The above are the life wisdom quotes for this episode. Which quote is your favorite? Please leave a comment to tell us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you next time.